Hello. As promised, I will be showing you the process. How do we get access to this World Bank development indicator data? How do we download them? And how we perform pivot table analysis? And then how we compile the charts. So, as you remember, this website was indicated in the description of the assignment. So, once you click that link, you will end up on this screen. As discussed, in terms of databases, World Development Indicators should be selected because these are the indicators that we will be pulling the data from. Then, if you look at the country, in class we practiced Belize, so I'll just follow the same. But as once you will be selecting the country, you should be very careful. Make sure that you are able to find the necessary development trends, information about that specific country, and then you can perform some basic analysis on that. So here is I'll select Belize. So I just click and select. I scroll down and under series, so it shows all the indicators. If you remember, we did the initial filtering in class. So do you see this filter sign here? So here, where is my mouse? So you click this one and you will see this in the bold font, the big thematic areas like economic policy and debt. Next one is education, environment, financial sector, gender, health, infrastructure, poverty, etc. So I'll repeat the same pattern as we did it in class. So I'll select education and I'll select poverty. Okay, and then I'll just click somewhere else and my indicators are adjusted. So I'll just select, for now I'll select 15 indicators so I have enough data. Then I'll filter. So 1, 2, 3. But once you are selecting, you should be more targetful so that you know what type of interpretation you will be giving to that indicator. For now, I'm just showing technically you how to do it. And here it writes how many I've selected. So I've selected 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's go to poverty ones. Okay, here is 15. Next one is time. So either you can select years, or if you click view recent years and then click 10, you get the last 10 years and then apply changes. And then this is my data set. You can see that many of the data is not available here. You can always go without downloading. You can always click this series and add some more data and then apply changes. And then see it's more or less available. So I'll just take it and download this information. So download options, Excel, and my information is downloaded. So I'll open my downloaded file. So if I go on my downloads, I should be able to open it. Sorry, it takes a while. It's opening here. Okay, so I got my file. It's enable. Okay, this is my file. This is an information. We don't need the country code, so I can just delete the country code. And I don't need the series code. I can delete it too. On another sheet which is called series metadata, as you remember, it has indicator name, long description, and where the information was generated from. It is super important for you to read this and know how to interpret the data, because once you see the indicator name, it also shows, for instance, this is a percentage. This is just a number. This one shows years. This one shows percentage of female. This one shows percentage of total enrollment. So you need to look at this indicator data to properly analyze them. As you remember, what we did was that inserted the pivot table first. So on you add plus with a new sheet, and you have this new blank sheet. So if you click this and on anywhere, insert pivot tables, you click this arrow, you go on a data and you select, make sure you select the columns that have information in it. If you accidentally select the column or a row which is blank, your pivot table will show as an error. So please make sure that whatever you've selected contains the information. So you click this one back and then OK. Here's my pivot table. So pretty much pivot table is a tool that helps you to compile a large amount of data with only a couple clicks. So for now, I'll take series name and I'll put that in the rows. So you see, these are all my indicators. And if I take year in the values, or I can take year in the columns. Year in the values is better. So I double click. So in this case, in different circumstances, you would need to use different calculated field. Meaning that in this case, it does count. So how many cells have information under 2014, but we don't need the count, right? So if you double click the cell itself or double click the values and click value settings. Both of them are same. It shows summarize value field by, and then it's sum, count, average, whatever you would need for your information. We can write average to see that what was the average for that year. If there are no numbers, it shows 0. But we can also see what is the minimum, what is the maximum to play. So for instance, if you put 2014 and here is minimum, and then if you still take 2014 and then do a maximum, it will show that this time it's the same because we are looking at one number only. So once you deliver the Excel file, I need to see this pivot table, and I need to see that you are able to change the calculated fields. I suggest leaving it on average. So I'll take the maximum from here. And I'll just leave average. That's okay if it has errors. I just want you to learn that these calculated fields exist and how to use them. And because in other cases, if you want to, what you can do is that you can summarize each year or rearrange the file so it shows every year and then summarize those years in a total, what is the total average. So we can do that too. For this case, I just want you to learn that how do we compile the pivot tables and what is the how to quickly analyze the information. Next tool that we will be using is inserting the charts. So if I go back on a data, or maybe we create a new sheet. So do you see plus here? So with a plus, with a right click, I can rename and I can name it charts. If you go back to sheet 2 or sheet 1, doesn't matter whatever it shows on your end, with a right click, rename pivot table. Okay. And then charts. Yes. So now I want to start inserting the charts. First, what I'll do is that I can copy all this. So ideally, I would love to have the charts per indicator. So if I have 13 indicators or 15, I'll have 15 charts. I'll show you how to do one chart. So I'll copy this information first here, and then I'll start creating the chart on a blank cell. Insert, and here are the different type of charts. With this arrow, oh, sorry, I have not selected. You first need to select the information, and then click that one, charts. It shows a recommended chart, or it shows all charts. Under recommended, I can go to this clustered bar chart. You can do this way, or so. See, now it is an ugly, not nice looking chart, and as discussed in the class, we would like our report to be representative and to be visually attractive. For that, we need to adjust the chart. If you click once the chart area, here you will see chart design. So this is my format. Here, format. Shape fill. I don't like any fill usually. So shape fill, no fill. I prefer that way, but your own choice. You can give white background. If you select once the chart and shape fill, you can change the backgrounds, whatever you want. I usually suggest to leave either white or light gray so that it doesn't mess up the whole document colors, and it becomes so colorful that it's challenging to read the information. So, okay, let's leave light gray. Next one is you double click the title. So you go on a title and double click it. And then under home, you see here is the fill color, here is the font color. I'll change font color maybe to red in this case, make bold, and then you can change the title fonts. Make sure whatever font you choose for one title, you keep consistent to it over all charts. So the main idea is that you design the chart same way, that they are similar, but on the other side they also are distinguished with an information or maybe a little bit of a color variation, but it should be similar color pattern, and the consistency should be there in font, structure, sizes, etc. Okay, now what I'll do is, if you click once these columns, click once, rows, see, these bars. And then if you go to format, shape fill, and this time I'll make them red too, so it matches my title. So I selected the bars. So you click once, so every bar is selected. If you want to modify each bar separately, you just double click each bar, and then that's how you get it. But I want to synchronize it with each color, so with one color. So I select it once, and then fill color any color, like to this one. Now my bars don't have the numbers next to it. So what I'll do is click once, and then on the right click, add data labels. And you see now it shows the numbers, but numbers look like dull. So I'll select numbers once, I'll click bold, and then what was the font I used here? I think this one. And then maybe you want to make them white, and then maybe 11. Red. See, now it looks nicer. The same maybe I'll select once this column where the years are indicated once. You click bold, you click the same font. Maybe I'll leave this way. Usually, because we have numbers here, I don't want to show the this line, so I'll click axis line. So I'll click once, and then you just click delete on your keyboard. Also, see, if you look at our chart, it has borders. You see the gray borders. It looks nicer without the borders. So if I click once the chart, format, shape outline, and then no outline. See, now it has no border colors. However, what you can also do is that you click once, format, shape effects, and then you can change, like, see, our chart changes. I suggest keep it simpler. I mean, you can play with them, but don't make them too fancy. Otherwise, it changes the document, like it makes documents really messy. So, but keep it simpler, to the simple side. You can play with them. I'm not saying that no, don't use them, but please make sure that you keep them simpler. Okay, for now I prefer not to have any presets or anything. So this is my first one. For this second chart, what I'll do is still go to my data, but this time I'll select, so let me select this one, for instance. So what I'll do is I'll select the first top row, click Control on my keyboard, and then I'll do next one, which one I want to select. I'll copy, and then here I'll paste them. So see, I multiple selected them. If you don't want to do this way, you can just do copy this one, first row, and then you go back and you copy the row that you want to add, then you copy next to it. See? And the same way, you select it, you insert, you go with the charts. Maybe this time we do this way, which shows, or let's see what are the other chart options. Not the pie chart, because the pie chart shows the percentage of total, which we don't have in this case. So what we can do is maybe go with a clustered column chart. And then you select, drag and drop here, and then you go the same structure. You first we do the fill. So you selected once, format, shape fill, like very light one. We modify this one. Like you can choose two colors that you want to use throughout the document and play with those two colors. So not every chart is only one color. That way you have a little bit of variation, but not too messy. So I'll select my columns, format, shape fill, I'll do dark blue. Now I'll click the columns once on the right side, add data labels. I have the data labels, and I click my axis, I click bold, and then this one. As I already have numbers, I'll click delete. But do you see now my numbers are 63.42381, so it's a lot. What I want to do is I want to make the numbers approximate to the two digits. So I'll select the numbers here. This is, I'll select the numbers, and do you see these two signs here, zeros? One has arrows on the left, one has arrows on the right. So if you click the ones that has zeros on the right, it approximates to the nearest hundreds. I can do tenths too. If I want to go back, I'll do this way. I'll do tenths so that it looks nicer. So I click once, bold, and then I'll black blue to keep consistent. And I need to remove the border, right? So format, outline. It's up to you. If you don't want to remove the border, that's completely fine. I just want to make sure that all my charts look similar. Look, now they are two different colors, but they look still similar, right? Okay, imagine you did the same for all 10 charts. What you can do is that you can do all of them either under one sheet, or you can add next sheet, rename, so charts, and then do charts, and then continuation, and then you continue doing it. So at the end, you have all charts here too, right? And then you copy these charts with a right click, copy into the Word file, wherever you will be doing the document, where you will be doing the report. One thing that I want to show you now as a continuation to this is the how you insert this in the document. So you could open a new Word file. I'm working in an offline version, so I'll do an offline version. So imagine this is your document. It has title, and then it has your name, okay? And then it has name and ID, okay? And then you write, so it's the title page. Then I'll go insert, page break, and then I'll insert the table of content here. I hope all of you know how to do the table of content in the Word document. So if not, I'll show you that what you do, insert. So it's references, table of content, and then table of content. Okay. For now, there are no document, no table of content related content in my document, so I chose blank. What I'll do now is that first one is introduction, for instance. I don't remember how I did these headings, but I'll just briefly, I want to show you technically how you do it. So first chapter is introduction. Next one is development trends, analysis of development indicators, and conclusion. For instance, I select all of them under home. Sorry, one second. Under home, under references, see, these are part of the table of content information. I need to make them as a part of the table of content. So, editing, where did this, styles. So you select, you click under styles, and I want them to be headings. So heading is heading level 1. If you have subsections, they will go under heading 2. For now, those are all headings, and then I go this way. And I want each of them to start at a new page, so insert page break, insert page break, insert page break. I need to insert numbers too, so insert page numbers, bottom of the page, like this. Okay. So imagine this is my document. And once you finish everything, you go to your table of content and then update table of content, and it's automatically is updated. However, now I need to also add my charts, right? So how do I do that? So imagine I'm putting the under development trends, I'm putting the information. So I put some information, and then I need to insert my chart. I'll go to my Excel file. I click on one chart, on the right click copy. I go in my Word file, and then I click paste. So I just clicked paste, use destination here. So here is my chart. So with the right click, you click, do you see insert caption? Yes, so this is figure, right? So caption is my figure. I want above the selected item or below. I usually like below the selected item, okay. And then figure 1, and then Belize children out of school. Primary. See, this is my first figure. I continue doing this. So I do the continue writing, and then I want to insert my second figure. So select my second chart, copy, and then I paste it here. So the same way, select the chart on the right side, insert caption, This is figure, right? So unless if it's a table or picture, so I'll do figure, okay. It automatically did figure number 2. So I'll do Belize net intake rate in grade 1. Now, see, I have table, I have charts that are automatically numbered. What I'll do is next to table of content, I'll go down here and I'll do under references, you will see insert tables of figures. Do you see here? Insert tables of figures and insert here. Okay, see? It automatically shows, and then if I click that, it takes me to the figure. Once you are done, the whole document, you save it as a Word file and you upload it on Moodle. Good luck!